Hey Marvel fans, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Name, and this is The Nerdy Lair. And right now is a very weird time to be an MCU fan. I mean, the content's in a flux, the fan base is getting more and more divided each project, and with the recent news of delays and the super sad and gut-wrenching news of no Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con, I think it looks really bleak for the MCU fan right now. So in this video, I want to talk about what this means for Marvel and what the future of Marvel could look like going forward. So starting off with the delays, first we have Deadpool 3, that's been pushed up to May 3rd, 2024. Next we have Brave New World, it's been pushed back to August 26th, 2024. The Thunderbolts has been pushed back to December 20th, 2024. Next is the Blade movie, and it's been pushed back to February 14th, 2025. Next is the Fantastic Four movie, and it's been pushed back to May 3rd, 2025. The last one, the two big ones, Kang Dynasty has been pushed back to May 2026. And lastly, Secret Wars has been pushed back to May 2027. Now, I think some of these delays stem from the writer strike and the potentially looming SGA strike as well. But also, we know Marvel has been trying to shift and become more quality oriented, and I actually think these delays are a good sign for Marvel. And some of these dates are just better for certain projects like Deadpool 3. That will now be the first movie of 2024 and can set a great tone for the rest of 2024 and beyond. And then you have Brave New World with the 2024 summer date, which just feels way better and fits the bombastic and explosive vibe I'm getting from Brave New World. And this summer blockbuster date just feels way better and way more perfect for me. But overall, I think the mentality of release when ready is great, and I think this will boost these projects even more and start to satisfy fans on a consistent basis. But the elephant in the room is the two Avengers movies being pushed back a year and 2 years from their originally slated date. And to me, I'm perfectly fine with pushing these two films back to make sure they are done right and they deliver on the incredibly high fan expectations, especially with no officially announced director for Secret Wars and probably no writer for Kang Dynasty. But it's also true that not only is this far removed from what was initially promised to the fans, but also the hype and interest for things like the multiverse, like cameos, or even superheroes in general just might not be there like it is even now. And we're seeing some of the biggest comic book bombs in history. And considering the fact that a lot of upcoming projects are more ground level, especially since they moved up Deadpool 3, which puts an even bigger gap between the multiversal fun we're gonna have in that movie and Secret Wars. And I do think there's a world where people may not be as pressed to see Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. Like, who really knows what the general consensus of superhero movies is gonna be at that time. But I do think if the quality improves over the next couple years and projects like Doctor Strange 3, Shang-Chi 2, or even a Fantastic Four, and even some unannounced projects, if they can give us more of the multiverse story and build up to that like Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars epicness, and if they can break through the multiversal fatigue and really help build the path for the multiverse saga, I think Marvel is sitting in a great position and could even exceed what they did in the Infinity Saga if they can truly execute going forward. Now on to the really bad news, and that is there will be no Marvel at Hall H, and they will be skipping this year's San Diego Comic-Con in terms of presentation. Now this likely stems from the writer's strike and also just not having everything set in stone like they want for San Diego Comic-Con, like hint hint Fantastic Four. And this is especially devastating considering all the dope rumors that we were getting for what was going to be happening this year at San Diego Comic-Con. Like, people were saying Feige was going to go crazy and try to even top last year. And some of the possibilities were stuff like, obviously the Fantastic Four cast being announced, but also Secret Wars being split into two whole parts. Another one, a whole Battle World saga. And like, there was a bunch more crazy dope rumors that were really gonna map out the next few years for Marvel, post stuff that's already been announced. But now fans are not only gonna have to wait for these announcements themselves, but also there isn't anything to really rally or reinvigorate the fan base. And with where Marvel is right now and how much they've been struggling, I think this would have been perfect and just what Marvel needed. And it really is a gut punch to us fans. But I also think no matter what, if these projects start hitting and Marvel truly turns the corner, it really doesn't matter. And to me, this would be the case, announcements or not. Because if Feige trots out there and gives us a bunch of dope announcements, and then a year later we're still having the same issues and fans are having the same complaints, and Marvel hasn't really fixed its issues, then SDC won't matter and people will check out anyways, and Marvel will kind of just fall to the wayside. So overall, I think it's a gut punch to Marvel fans and really just sad And it's really at a time where we don't deserve it. Like, it's rough out here. But also, at the end of the day, it really doesn't change anything. And the fact remains that Marvel needs to do better and actually show improvement as well as consistency. So for me, it's really looking at the next couple years for Marvel and hoping the quality improves and hoping we get back to at least where we were for Phase 3, maybe even better. And I truly think they can pull it off, and I have full faith in Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios. But if you agree or disagree, leave your opinions down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.